Okay, so could you tell me your full name, please?
My full name is Gun Park.
Gun Park, nice. Yeah. And Gun, are you working or are you a student?
I teach English, so yeah, my students are from elementary school to middle school students in Korea. So I teach English as a second language.
Yes. And do you like your job?
I do. I love just hanging out with the kids, like just teaching them and just like teaching them not just the language, also the culture. So yeah, and also they were like young kids. I mean, I've been there as well, but like they're a new generation, so I get to learn about like the new generations, like what it's like to be, just about them as well. So yeah.
Great. And what do you like to do in your free time?
I like to hang out with friends, and I also like to kind of like activities like workout and stuff. So like when I'm with friends, I don't drink, so I usually do like kind of like sport with friends. Like I go running and I go hiking, and it's winter right now, so I went to do like ice skating recently. So yeah, that's what I do when I like in my free time.
Great. So now we're going to talk about sitting down. So where is your favorite place to sit?
My favorite place to sit down. I would say my favorite place to sit down at this moment would be in I live close to the Grand Park in Seoul, so and I go for like walk, I go for a run a lot in the park, and I like to sit down, just like space out, and like sometimes I listen to the music and sometimes I like listen to nothing, and yeah, literally doing nothing, like just being, existing. So yeah, that's what I like to do.
Great. And do you feel sleepy when you're sitting down?
Sometimes, like if I'm like physically tired, like mentally or physically tired, I feel sleepy. But usually, like when I'm sitting down, when I'm able to go somewhere to like sit down like on purpose, I feel like I'm going there for a reason. So usually I don't really feel sleepy. But like if I'm like physically, mentally tired, like for example, like after work, going back home from work, yeah, I feel like tired when I'm sitting down.
Yes. And when you were a child, did you used to sit on the floor?
Like I sat down on a like either floor or on a chair as well. Like I was born and raised in Korea, so like in our culture we like to sit down on the floor even if we have like sofa or couch. So yeah, I think I sat down on the floor quite a lot when I was younger.
Yes. Now let's talk about swimming. So do you like swimming?
I do love swimming, yeah. So obviously it's winter right now. I mean, I can go to like indoor swimming pool, but like I like to enjoy the sport when for example, like swimming. I like to swim when it's like actually hot outside. So summer last year, I went to swim in the swimming pool like around where I live, and I also went to one of the beaches in South Korea. I went to a city called Gangneung-si. I went to I don't remember the name of the beach. Anyways, I went to one of the beaches in there, and I really enjoyed my time in there.
And what do you think are the differences between swimming in a swimming pool and swimming in the sea?
I feel more relaxed swimming in this sea because, you know, like if you swim in swimming pool, you have to wear like the hat, and also you have to wear like, I mean, you don't have to wear a goggle, but it's like easier, so there are more rules to swim in swimming pool. So I feel like swimming in the sea is easier, and I feel more relaxed, and also I get to enjoy the sun, so I like it better.
Yes, perfect. That will do us for part 1 of the test. So now we'll go on to part 2. Let me give you your question. Yes, here's your question. And I'll give you a pencil if you like. So So, you know, for part 2, you have 1 minute to prepare. So you can read the question, think about your answer, and you can do note taking here if you like.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll give you 1 minute from now. Gun.
Yeah. I think I'm okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All good, mate. All right. So yeah, I'll stop you at 2 minutes. So could you describe an interesting neighbor?
Yeah. One of my interesting neighbors is a lady who lives on the 12th floor in my flat. And I know her because she's a friend of my mom. Like they met each other in the church, in the Catholic church. And her son is like 3 years younger than me, and he got to like hang out with my brothers and I, like when we were like since we were younger. So that's how I know her and her family in general. And what we do together is my mom likes to cook, and her friends, my neighbor, she likes to cook as well. So whenever we cook something, we like to share. So if we like have a time together, like when we like visit each other, we like to eat together. And the reason why I found her, the reason why she's interesting is she's got like funny accent. Like I'm from the south, but she's like, so I have like very southern accent, but she's from like a place called Daegu, and to me, anyway, like people, I found the accent from Daegu quite funny because people say our accent is like really aggressive and like really masculine, but to me, their accent is like so much more harsh. So, and she's got like pretty thick accent, so I found her accent pretty interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Right. So that's about 1:45 there. All right.
Oh,
great.
okay.
So do you often see this neighbor?
I think so. Like, but ever since I like moved away from home, I didn't really get to see her. But when I was like living with my family, like at my parents' place, like when I was at school, yeah, I saw her like pretty often.
Yes. Okay. So now let's go on to part 3 of the test. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So how do people build relationships with neighbors when they move to a new place?
In the culture of South Korea, our culture, we like to, for example, but like during the move-in, like when they are doing like the like redecoration, like interior moving stuff, they just make noise like a lot. So like for example, like they have to use the lift a lot, and also like like moving like heavy stuff, they can make like noises. So we like people like make some notes on the lift, like, oh, I'm a newbie in this flat. And then as soon as they are done, we like to give away some like snack, and it's called dog. It's like rice cake. So it's like kind of like greetings, like for the first time, just to give them like good first impression, and also just say hi that I'm the newbie here. So that's how people make a start to like build a relationship.
Yes.
When they move.
Yes. And why do you think some people in large cities do not know their neighbors?
Because like this generation, this society is like really busy, and also just the apartment block, like flat, is like completely separated, and everyone wants to have their like own private place. So also everyone has like different like routines. Some people wake up like really early in the morning, or some like if the people like work in the night, they like to sleep in the morning. So if the schedule doesn't really match, they don't really get to see each other. So that's why, yeah.
Yes. And do you think it's important to know your neighbors, or is it okay not to know them?
It's okay not to know them, but I would say it's better to know them, because like you never know what's gonna happen Like for example, you might literally like, for example, if you have like some like health conditions and if you like literally fainted on the floor, and like if you know your neighbor, then they might know like something's going on to me, so they might like reach out, and if I don't respond, they can like call the police or something. So like, but if I don't know, like if I like literally don't know them, and if I am going through like some difficult times, then yeah, it's gonna be difficult to like ask for help. So I think it's better to know, like, make some like get to know the neighbors.
Yes. And when we think about children, how do children build relationships with others in a community?
They go to either like like nursery or playground to like get to know them first and like hang out, like having like small chats and like do some kind of like activities together, like for example like reading together, or like if an organization like for example the nursery is holding an event, then yeah, they get to participate together, like just interact with each other. So yeah, that's how kids get to know each other.
Yes. And do you think children spend a lot of time outdoors these days?
I would say these days, children spend less time outside actually, because it's also some parents find it like really dangerous to like let the kids outside, and also a lot of people, not just children, a lot of people spend their time online, like on the screen, like watching something, like playing game. Even people like read books on the screen as well. So I think it's the same for the kids. Kids spend less time outside and like more time indoors.
Okay. Perfect. That'll do us for part 3. Thank you for taking the test.
Thank you for your time.
Yes. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's just talk about the feedback of the test. I would estimate your score to be 8 to 8.5. There's a few very, very minor grammar errors.
All right.
Yeah. If we just go through them briefly, it's mostly to do with articles. Like a couple of times you said like listen to the music. So obviously there should be no the there. Listen to music.
Okay.
And just a few times you're dropping the a article. Like even if we have sofa, even if we have a sofa, if you swim in swimming pool, if you swim in a swimming pool, she's got funny accent, she's got a funny accent. Very minor mistakes, right? If we talk about part 3, when you talked about new neighbors, you said during the move-in. Obviously, when we say, as you know, during should be with a noun.
Yeah.
So the noun form should be like just during the move.
Yeah.
Since move-in would be a phrasal verb. One sentence as well, when we talked about knowing neighbors, you said it's going to be difficult to ask for help. That could be acceptable. I think better one would be it would be. Yeah, it would be like a second conditional sentence. So yeah, like it would be difficult to ask for help in that situation. But definitely it was a really good test, and your answers were really clear and well explained. So
thanks.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes.